Hello everybody! I think Christmas is on its way. Ho ho ho. So anyway, I just thought, I'll just have some fun in this video, seeing as Christmas is on its way. I think probably 3 or 4 weeks to go now. And especially during this time, I just feel, you know what? I think I just need more happiness. So I thought this would be quite funny. So I got the I don't know what you call this, Christmas decoration stuff. I got the Christmas hat. So but anyway, in this video, I thought it'd be interesting to show you some of my new works that I've created this year. In the Curiosity Gallery. So yeah, let's take a look and find out. Welcome to Curiosity Gallery, and so I'm just going to talk you through some of my just some of my latest works that I've created this year, but also I've also selected some work that I still think is relevant to what I'm doing now, but it was created, I think, probably last year or a couple of years, but I still think they're relevant. So I thought it'd be interesting just to showcase my latest works and some of those older pieces, and try and give people more information, more inspiration behind the artworks. So anyway, let's take a look. We can start with this one. This is a collage painting, and I created this. This is one of my latest ones, and I don't know if you can just about see, but just underneath I put all these newspaper cutouts, and so it's underneath this kind of what I like to call the famous ooze green. And I use these newspaper cutouts as a way to kind of respond to society around me. Things like the virus, things like all the political unrest, all the social unrest. And because in a way with my work, I want to comment on the things that are happening in the world, things that's happening around me. But at the same time, I wanted to overlay this with these poured paints, and then this circle to talk about space, time, belief, because I think it's our belief that keeps this society together. It's our belief, for me anyway, it's our belief that keeps these things going. And I thought that was quite interesting to talk about that, how we live in this kind of chaotic society, but then we have the belief and the kind of normality of it, like this is how it's done, and everyone just agrees that this is normal. So I thought that's quite interesting. So I was trying to communicate those ideas, and then I also tried to bring it back to like industry, as I think in today's world, there's so much, I don't know what to say, how to call it, like rampant production, consumerism of goods. And it's just interesting how I live in this space, and I see it all kind of happening left, right and centre. And I think it's a good thing, because now we have access to all these things. But at the same time, you realise how at the same time it can be quite chaotic. But again, it's our belief in these things that hold it all together. So that's why I created this painting, as a way of responding to those things. And these ones, this piece I created created this ceramic sculpture, I think it was earlier this year or mid this year, and again it's about space and time and trying to convey that through this kind of open form that kind of looks like it's shifting with this kind of pattern. And I think, yeah, I'm just really interested about time, space, and you know, a lot of my ideas, they come from looking at like Stonehenge and stone circles in the UK. I mean, they're places that kind of also get me thinking about time, space. They get me thinking about belief. So that's another, you know, obviously another reason why I keep saying belief, you know. And so yeah, I created this one middle of the year, and then I also put this piece in. And this piece I created, I think it was last year, but I still thought it was be interesting to kind of have displayed because it's still one of my favourite pieces, and because I like the way the black is on the inside, and you know, it's got this matte quality, so it pulls your eye, or it kind of soaks up or absorbs the light, and then you got this kind of reflective glaze on the outside. So with all my work, I'm just trying to invite curiosity and hopefully let people, you know, make their own decision about what they're seeing, and that's very important for me. So yeah, that's some of the ceramic sculptures. I thought it'd be interesting to pull some of these smaller pieces out, and these ones I created this year. And also, yeah, I was really just experimenting with pouring kind of household paints and acrylic paints on the surface and trying to create a space to enter. And then this one, yeah, I created this one this year as well. And yeah, I think it was during March, when we started going into the first lockdown in the UK, and I started thinking about what it means to be human, what it means to be alive. And I started thinking about, and you know what, I think during this time I've been thinking a lot about belief. I've been thinking a lot about kind of, you know, what is the meaning of life. I've been thinking more about, you know, is there an afterlife, and what is the nature of this reality? And so I created this one as a way to respond to that, and I used my own hand as a reference to kind of reach up into this space, almost like trying to connect to the unseen. And then this one, I thought I'd pull this one out. This one's an older piece, but I still think it's very relevant to why I create my work. And it's basically, yeah, it's basically a time I was going through when I lost my grandmother. Sadly, she passed away at the time, and I remember at that time I was feeling, yeah, just really down and just kind of lost. And I remember sitting on this park bench, and at the time this robin bird, you know, sat down next to me, and it was really strange because it sat there for like, must have been like 5 minutes, and it just offered, and it kind of offered food to me, which I thought was really strange, really surreal. Why would this bird, you know, sit so close to me, and why would it offer me food? And I just thought that's really surreal, really strange, really unusual. But then after that experience, I remember that my grandma was really fond of birds. You know, it got me thinking, was my grandmother trying to communicate with me from the other side, or it just raised those questions. It made me think: is there more to this reality than what we understand? And science may suggest one thing, but my personal experience suggests another thing. So it's really confusing and really, really surreal, really strange. So, and I think that's another reason why I'm always creating work to talk about belief, to talk about the unknown, because I realise from past experience there's so much to this world I don't understand, and there's only so much that science and evidence can tell me about how this reality works, but there's still all these questions. I think it's really important to, why I create this work and the story, the inspiration behind it. This one is also really important. For me personally, because I created this one, I think it was last year, I can't remember. But again, I was going through a time when I lost, when my mum passed away, and that was really hard. That really hit hard for me. And it was, again, it was another experience where, I saw this kind of, this doorway. I remember I was sleeping, and I don't know if I was dreaming or I don't know if I was awake, but that night I remember seeing like a door in the ceiling with a ladder extending to it with this white light. And and to this day I don't know if it was like if I was dreaming or if I was seeing things or if it was real, I don't know. But I wanted to record that experience in this piece, and it's pretty hard to talk about because it was a really tough time and to deal with that experience. And I don't know if any of you guys have dealt with people close to you, passing on, and then dealing with that kind of that after experience. So that's why I created this piece, to respond to that. And so I feel in some way my work is really quite personal to me because I'm dealing with my kind of experiences, but at the same time I hope it can relate to other people who maybe have been through similar situations, that maybe it can also relate to their experiences. The world is a strange place. Reality is just so difficult to understand for me personally. So that's I thought I'd show you that because that's really important to talk about a kind of journey. So anyway, that's a little bit more in-depth story into the inspiration behind my work and my kind of journey. And obviously we've got more pieces, but there's only so much you can really talk about in a video that's quite short, unless I was going to do like a 30-minute video. And then obviously we got this one here as well. But maybe that'll be for another video. So anyway, I hope that's given you a bit more kind of information and inspiration, just to give people a bit more information about why I create my work and the journey. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you like it, feel free to like the video. If you have any comments, feel free to write a comment or share your own experience. And if you like what I do, feel free to support me on Patreon to get exclusive content. And stay well and stay safe. And yeah, let the festive times roll in. So anyway, see you next time. Bye bye.